fishing report. We are going to start off with a little bit of news. The U.S. Open Bass Fishing Tournament is in town, put on by Western Outdoor News, otherwise known as WON, W-O-N. So that stands for Western Outdoor News. It is here in town for the first time in its 40-year history. It's typically been held at Lake Mead. It's going to be here at Lake Mojave, right out of Catherine's Landing. And there's plenty for you spectators to come check out. On Sunday, October 9th, will be the Sponsors Fair, where you can meet the pros, come see the sponsors. That will be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the East Center at the Edgewater Casino in Laughlin on Casino Drive. For more information on the tournament, here is the website for that tournament. All the big pros are going to be in town. This is a huge tournament. So come out and support some of the local guys that are fishing. It's going to be a great tournament. Someone's going to come away with a lot of money. It's $100,000 for first place and a brand new, fully loaded Bass Cat bass boat. Someone's going to be really stoked when they win this. So we're going to start out on the top at Willow Beach. That striper bite continues to be really good. And again, this is just a repeat. There's certain techniques that are going to get you those fish. One of them is trolling large baits, swim baits, jerk baits, and glide baits. You can also get these by casting towards those points that come out off of the cliffs. When you go south of the marina, there's a lot of big fish being caught. Trout bite still is there. There's a little bit less trout being caught, but that could be due to less people fishing. And that's being caught again on power bait, night crawlers, MEPS, and my favorite, the Panther Martin. Okay, guys, so we're going to go further south on Lake Mojave, out of the Catherine's Landing and Princess Cove area. The smallmouth bite and largemouth bite has become very tight and tough to find these fish. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of details on what they're biting on and where we're finding them. Again, I have not been fishing up there for the past 10 or so days because it has been off limits to all the tournament anglers that are competing in the U.S. Open. I will say before the closed period, that bite was pretty tight. I'm getting reports from guys that are not competing in the tournament that have been up there, and that bite is still tight. I'm not going to give away a lot of details because obviously I'm not going to help out the other guys. But anyways, to the striper bite. The striper bite on the lake is excellent right now out of the Catherine's Landing and Princess Cove area. These fish are being found by trolling swim baits, jerk baits, and glide baits. Once those fish are brought up, you can cast out and catch these fish after you've brought them up, jerk baits and swim baits. Also, another technique that's been working from a few of the guys that have jumped in, large spoons bounced off the bottom in 60 to 70 feet. Look for those big clouds on your fish finder. That's where the bait are, and right below that bait, that's where you're going to find those stripers. Another bite that's working up on Lake Mojave is the catfish bite, and they are biting on live black and salties. It's a really good bite right now for the catfish on the southern end of that lake. They're also getting some of them on anchovies, but the key is those black and salties, a live bait. Moving further down, we're going to go on the other side of Davis Dam on the Colorado River, where we are allowed to fish and where we have been fished. Elijah and I have been guiding just about every single day. Striper bite has been off and on. However, there are a ton of fish up in the section of the river in the Bullhead and Laughlin area. Bright colored jerk baits and trout colored jerk baits have been the key that we've been getting them on. Swim baits and large stick baits are getting some of the larger fish. Again, I want to stress, there is a lot of big fish out on that river right now. You just got to work for them to coax them, but they're out there. Be careful though, because in the mornings the water level is extremely low. Not getting high enough for really a normal boat unless you really know that river till about noon to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But again, that evening bite can be really good when that water is really high and it's safe for you to operate your boat. Further down the river, the big news of all news as far as fish catching goes, the flatheads. There are some giants being caught in the 20-pound range, 25-pound range, and even some in the 30s are being caught. And guys are not getting skunked when they go out. The live black and salties in the Topak Needles area has just been on fire. We kept this a little bit under wraps because a lot of the local guys were getting into them, but word's out. We are selling out of Black and Salties left and right. We're going to have more today in the afternoon after about 2 o'clock. Again, that is at night. That bite is in the early evening to all the way through the night to daylight. That's when those flatheads are being caught. Again, guys from shore are getting, you don't need a boat to get these guys. All you need is a bucket of live Black and Salties. You're going to have to find the spots. I'm not going to give out the exact spots. I just gave out the area. It's in the Topok Needles area. Again, most of these guys are getting them from the shore. So I think that's enough clues for you guys to figure it out. Again, come out and support the WON US Open. This is a huge local event being held here at Lake Mojave. Again, guys, we'll see you next Friday. Get out there and fish. Hey folks, I wanted to add one more thing as well. Some of you may or may not be aware, but our main business is guiding, hunting, and fishing. So if you're interested in booking a fishing trip with either myself or Elijah on one of our drift boats, we are out every day on the Colorado River targeting striped bass. So if you're interested in a unique fishing experience, the information is here, the website, Laughlin Hunting and Fishing here. If you're interested in a waterfowl hunt, we do hunt waterfowl. That is our specialty in that season starting October 23rd and runs till January 29th. We only have a very few dates left for hunting. However, fishing, we do have a few dates open. We can get you out there. But as far as the hunting, if you're interested in a waterfowl hunt, you're gonna have to call and book right away. We only have a couple of dates left for the entire season. So give us a shout and we'll get you out.